Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Casket here, back at it again with a motherfucking video, and I'm here with my good friend Jeff.
How you doing, everybody?
And today we're gonna be watching Toy Story, and we'll be sharing my comments, my stories, and things like that. And at the end, we'll do a little review or something.
How many times do you think you've seen this movie?
Oh God, at least 500. So basically, when this movie came, I desperately wanted to see this movie when I was a child. I was just the right age for it. I was like 5, 6 years old, and I was desperate to see this movie. And I really wanted it on VHS. And I can't remember if it was Christmas, but it was definitely December that I got the movie on VHS. It was like early in the morning. Somebody dropped it off. I think it was my aunt, if I'm remembering that right. This was a long time ago, mind you. This was 20 years ago. Yeah.
We didn't have DVDs at this time.
Yeah, there were no DVDs at this time that I'm aware of. And oh man, I sat there and I watched that movie. I was glued to the screen and I was instantly hooked. I instantly fell in love with the characters, the whole concept. I was like, oh my god, I want these things. And it's just been a big childhood movie of mine ever since. I've always kept up with it. I still watch it from time to time.
So as we play through it now, are you gonna know like the screenplay bit by bit?
Basically,
And at the end, I'm gonna have you give it a score on a scale of what are we thinking? 1 to 5 breads.
yeah, Wonder Fine sounds fine. Oh man, this is like the new Disney logo.
I like it, but nothing beats nostalgia.
I know, nothing does. I wonder if they'll ever develop a pill that gives you nostalgia for newer things.
I brought my dinosaur! Who eats force field dogs?
Why does every kid love dinosaurs at some point?
I don't know. Baked into our
Weird
ancestral memory.
It's like that and trains. I feel like every kid goes through a train phase at least a little bit. I just want to point out in this scene, they forget to fix Woody's eyes. They left him in the default pose, so he looks slightly stoned. And in this scene, his eyes are completely open.
When you look at this animation, do you look at it with nostalgia, or are you like, ooh, this looks kind of cheap?
You know what? On the low end, I still say it holds up because this technology back then looked plastic and the characters are plastic, so it works.
It's party time, Woody.
I always thought Andy looked like he had the fucking mumps or something. Like, why are his cheeks so smooth? You know what? I had most of these toys.
Hey, Ham!
Yeah, I had them. I didn't have that Mr. Potato Head, but I had one.
You uncultured swine!
Staff meeting, everybody. Snake, robot,
I was always mad as a child that they never released the robot as a toy. Because I loved robots as a child. And I thought it was the coolest thing.
Hell yeah.
Remember, I'm just a couple of blocks away.
I never got that joke as a child until I was an adult. If you look at the titles on the books here, there are actually other Disney things. Like the Tin Toy was their first was like the first 3D animated like CGI fully cartoon. That's Mousetrap, yeah.
Oh, that takes me back. Damn.
Oh, I had Tinker Toys as a kid. I fucking loved Tinker Toys.
Hello? Check. That better?
How is nobody downstairs
Everybody
hearing
hear me?
this?
Up on the shelf, can you hear me? Great. Oh.
Yes, sir, we're next month.
Did you ever have a birthday party as well prepared as this, where like a bunch of kids came to your house and?
No, I never had
decorated?
anyone come to my birthday party.
Damn.
Not once.
Do you have any birthdays from the early days that you remember? Like, well,
Yeah,
were
I
they,
always just spent them with my parents.
you never invited friends over?
I never had friends because I moved around so much. That's why I was very invested in my toys and video games.
Oh, for
That makes
crying out loud,
sense.
they're all in boxes.
Plan Charlie, execute. Let's move.
You know, to animate these guys, they actually had a bunch of people walk around with their feet tied to boards to get the right animation. They put a lot of care into these guys. If you look at them real close, you can see some of them still have plastic screw on them.
Okay, come on, kids.
See that
Everyone,
edge?
almost time for the
Oh, yeah.
presents.
And if you look at all those kids, they're the same kid.
Just
A
go.
good soldier never leaves a man behind.
I always remembered that line. A good soldier never leaves a man behind.
There's lots of army references in Toy Story. I wonder if this was before Tom Hanks was in Saving Private Ryan.
Settle down. Now, kids.
No, I'm pretty sure that movie already existed.
No, Andy.
I love the details on these doors. Like chipped paint, there's like dents and shit in them.
Can you see?
I feel like the floor is too reflective.
Who's up there with
I
them?
agree.
That was an early 3D graphic kind of thing.
Yeah, that's one of the limitations.
Blast. This'll take weeks to repair. Buzz Lightyear mission.
How does he not realize it's cardboard?
Of course, en route to sector.
All of a sudden, some strange things are happening to me.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue!
I used to make shit out of cardboard just like that as a kid. I had a refrigerator box that I turned into a fort.
Where's that bonding strip? And another
Like
thing.
he's working on this cardboard box like there's something under there. There's nothing there.
Are you saying you want to lodge a Scott, you idiot? That is sin.
Were you scared of Sid as a
You
kid?
happy child?
That ain't no
No, but I did take apart my toys and put them back together.
Hit the dirt!
I always thought that was way too many pieces for a single action figure, and they all flew that way.
Wait, do you ever see the husband or is he not in the picture?
The theory is that he's either they're divorced or he's dead. I heard a very convincing story from a very reliable source that the husband is dead.
Wait, what's your reliable source? You got tips in the FBI?
No, but I know a guy. Well, I don't know him, but I know of him. But he's not a liar. Let me put it this way: he's not one to tell tales that aren't true.
Wait, how did you talk to this person?
Well, I used to follow them on YouTube back when they still did YouTube.
And they had inside information about like the full story of Toy Story?
Basically, it was Toy Story 0, man. Like where Woody comes from, what happened to the dad, why they're moving from the house.
You don't think this guy just wrote fan fiction or something?
No, definitely not. He actually knew people who worked on Toy Story because he was a toy designer.
And did you come across this guy through like internet sleuthing because you're into Toy Story so much?
No, I used to watch his toy. He was one of the first toy reviewers on YouTube before it was actually a thing.
Buzz!
Wilhelm scream.
Where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace.
Oh, this guy was a great voice actor. He did a lot of movies.
Yeah, the Stanley Kubrick military movie, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago.
Is it just me, or do the toys look all aesthetically pleasing, but the humans look terrifying and disgusting?
Exactly.
Do you think that's like a creative intention?
No, it was definitely the limitations of the 3D modeling at the time.
Yeah, but it kind of works though, because as an audience, you humanize like the toys more, and they're sort of focal to the story.
That's true.
We're formulating another plan. Stay calm.
How does nobody hear this?
destructive capacity.
I always thought the stars were done really well in this
I alone
scene.
have information that
What do you think about the concept of a futuristic pizza chain? Would you be down with that?
Oh, I'd be totally down with it, man. I think they actually do this in Disney. Oh man, I love playing the claw machine.
Were you an arcade guy back in the day?
No, I never like left the house without my parents.
Had you ever been to one?
No, I've never actually been to a real arcade.
So you've never played any of the cabinet games like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that?
Nah.
It's never too late. You can.
Well, I'd love to get one of those like build it yourself arcade cabinets, like they sell at Best Buy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd love to get one of those. I always thought, how strong is this fucking claw? I always wanted to be a skateboarder, but I have no balance.
How do you perfectly skate across the grass?
Nirvana is coming.
I know, right?
Will you be
Ready, set, now! Anna! Hey, Anna!
Would you ever own these kinds of dog breeds?
No, I never did.
You'd never get a pit bull?
Nah.
What's the type of dog you normally go for?
Like mixed breeds?
Do you want them to have like a certain personality?
Not really. Like what we usually do is when we go, we'll like find somebody who's giving away a litter of puppies, and we'll go, and we'll wait for one to come to us. Is what we usually do. I'm not gonna lie. I always thought this room was kind of cool.
If you had to pick between the main character's room and Sid's, what would you choose?
Oh man, like I love the aesthetic of Sid's room. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd have to pick the.
Sid was like a Hot Topic kid before Hot Topic.
Basically, I always thought that lava lamp was fucking sick. This always freaked me out as a kid. But I also thought it was like the coolest fucking toy.
Search and rescue.
I honestly like these nighttime shots more than the daytime shots.
Yeah, they're way more thematic or whatever word I'm thinking of.
Yeah, dramatic for sure.
Where was the last? Where are your rebel friends?
Have you ever tried to do that as a kid?
I did. I really did.
Did it work?
No.
Didn't
I
work for
never
me
did.
either.
But I've seen it done.
Back, you savages, back!
Woody, stop it.
Sorry, guys, but dinner's
I
canceled.
thought Sid's toys were pretty cool.
There's no place like
I was
home.
always curious about what toys they were made of.
Calling Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, this is an interesting scene right here. If you look at this, you can tell that this guy is clearly like a failed musician, and those are root beer cans, you know what I mean?
Maybe some vinyls on the left side? I can't tell. Something.
I always figured they were books.
Get your Buzz Lightyear action.
I feel like you're not supposed to love Buzz Lightyear from off the bat. He's like a little bit pompous, but this is the scene where the audience sort of turns and feels a lot of compassion for him, right?
Yeah, because it's like his reality is literally being crushed right now. Al's Toy Barn. Made in Taiwan.
Why did he just look at that now?
I know, right? How does he not tell this? Whose communicator is a sticker? I was always annoyed with the Buzz Lightyear figure that they put out when the movie came out, because the wings were really stubby.
Did you ever buy it?
Yeah, I had like the full-sized one.
Oh, right. And then you talked about how you lost it, but then you think you found the same model.
Yeah.
Do you really think it was your original Buzz Lightyear?
Dude, it's got the same paint smear. It's like exactly like it's got this and that. Like I'm
But
like 99.9% sure.
Would you like some tea, Mrs.
God, there's got to be some. This kid's gonna be fucked up in the future, like Sid. Like, cause like she's playing with headless dolls. Come on.
See the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
They turned Buzz Lightyear into a lib.
Oh God, you're right.
What are you trying to pull?
Nothing.
I always thought the rain on the window here was really impressive, considering time.
Does a toy like me have against a Buzz Lightyear action figure? All I can do is...
They really wanted a pitiful one for that, so that's what they came up with. Why wouldn't you notice that string? I would notice that. This was always my favorite scene in the movie.
Why is that?
Just all the mutant toys coming after this kid, like really thinking, man, this really fucked him up for life.
So play nice.
There's no way he didn't have to go to therapy after this.
Look out! Quick, hold on to my tail.
As soon as this thing started scraping, the truck would have fucking started pulling over.
Woody, what are you doing? Hold still, Buzz.
This would have never worked in real life.
You did it!
Okay, hold on. There's a plot hole right here. Notice, okay, Buzz is holding Woody, Woody is holding RC. They left the controller behind.
Did you pick up on this originally, or like how many viewings did it take for?
Maybe when I was early teen. They left the fucking remote control, thus making this toy unusable now.
Take cover!
Mr. Potato Head totally deserved that. Oh, I always loved this ending scene when it was Christmas, because it was like Christmas when I got the movie. Man, I must have watched this movie like 5 times on that first day.
Yeah. So does this movie still hold up?
I think so.
If we're going on a scale of 1 to 5 breads, what are you giving it?
Oh, man, I give it a toasty 5, man.
What sticks out like different to you about this movie compared to when you saw it as a kid?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
What do you think the most emotional scene in the movie is?
Probably when Woody's begging for help in the window.
If you could own one like proper toy from the movie, what would it be?
Oh man. Like I said, I always thought the robot was cool, and I always wanted one. Yeah, they eventually put out a McDonald's, or what? I think it was McDonald's. It was that or Burger King. Put out a toy.
Do you ever think, like, I know it's a kids movie, but do you ever think about like the underlying themes or messages from the movie, what they were trying to convey?
I don't know, but I will say this: this might be where my fear of getting replaced comes from.
You think that like psychologically transfers over to you?
I think so. I think this is where I get it.
Do you think Toy Story would have the same impact today compared to 1995 when it was made?
No, I don't think it would. For one, it had the benefit of being the first completely like CGI movie. You know what I mean? I know I didn't mention it before, but in some scenes you can see some characters clipping into other characters.
Oh, so the physics, they didn't have like bounding boxes or like they do today.
Yeah, like if you look on when they're on the bed, Mr. Potato Head like nudges Buzz in the leg, and his arm kind of goes into Buzz's leg. So it had that novelty to it.
And like
And
looking
I'm
back
sure-
on it, the CG animation doesn't look good, but also is unique to like that specific time period where Toy Story
That is
almost
true, but for the time, it looked amazing.
it's crazy what you think looked amazing as a kid. But then that makes me think like what do kids today think of this crazy advanced CGI? Considering we were blown away by animation in 95, like how blown are their minds when they see
I don't know. I'm blown by animation today. If you watch Toy Story 4, like you can see little fuzzy fibers on Woody's shirt, or like the fading of a sticker, or like it's so like in Toy Story 4, they actually have an animal, a cat, and it actually looks like a cat.
Do any of the newer Pixar movies match the quality of Toy Story as a series? Like, is there any recent Pixar movie that hits you in the feels the same way that Toy Story does?
I haven't seen, what is it called, Soul.
That's a good
But
one.
I
You would
feel
like
like
it.
that would hit. I feel like that would hit me pretty hard.
We'll add that to the list. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, let's add that to the list because I actually haven't seen it.
What about Up? That's pretty emotional.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of Up.
Not well. The beginning doesn't stick out to you. I remember the
Oh
beginning.
yeah, the
being
beginning is
amazing.
emotional as hell. It's like, oh, so emotional for a children's movie. Holy shit.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember the movie as a whole. I just remember the beginning.
And me
sticking out
too.
to
That's
me.
all I remember. I remember. I remember there's a bird, and that's about it. And the beginning. But yeah, this has been a great video. This could be a recurring segment in the future, and if there's a movie you would like to see us watch and see me review and talk about and ramble during, comment it down below. We've already got like an entire list of movies we already want to. We're always willing to add to that list.